All right, we call this meeting of the Public Safety Committee to order for April 24th, 2023 at 8:01. If the assistant clerk can please call the roll.
Craig Gardner.
Present.
Karen Harding.
Present.
Goldstone.
Present.
First item on the agenda, review and the approval of the minutes for meetings September 28th, 2022, October 26th, 2022, November 17th, 2022, and December 16th, 2022.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the past 4 meetings as written and presented.
Second.
Motion to accept as printed the minutes for the meetings of September 28th, October 26th, November 17th, and December 16th of 2022. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Departmental updates. We do not have the public health of the fire department, so
it's just me. Just some updates, staffing, we're getting there. We have the two officers who are currently academy trained now in field training are doing well. All the progress reports have been fantastic, so they're on pace or on track to graduate from our field training program the end of May, early June, and they will be street ready at that point in time. We have 3 officers, 3 trainees in academies, 2 out in Holyoke. As far as the reports we're getting back are positive, they're doing well. We had 1 start this past Monday in Boylston. We were trying to get 3 into that academy, but we had some issues in the hiring process, and the window closes relatively quickly on academies, so we have to kind of move, so we only end up getting 1. We have 2 more candidates. I just made a second conditional offer of employment yesterday, and the candidate accepted. So we just have to clear the medical hurdles and the psychological exams and physical agility stuff. So hopefully I'll have 2 more in an academy very shortly. So that'll make 5, and that would bring me back to full staff. So we're getting there. Unfortunately, some of the academies are a little sketchy until the fall. But we're hoping something pops. Just an update, we've had an officer in Old English Village for the past 18 years. They've recently, they're under management, or recently, and they've decided to end that partnership with us. That doesn't mean obviously we'll still have officers covering that area, but the Officer John Smith, who's been handling the duties down there, we're gonna reassign him to another position, so. But that's dispatch. We had 1 recent resignation, but we have 2 candidates in the pipeline to fill. We have 2 open spots, so we have 2 candidates in the pipeline for that. Animal control. We did hire a 3rd animal control officer, and she unfortunately resigned. We're going to be starting a new process soon on that. We were awarded a grant for a part-time domestic violence advocate last year. We're in the process of, the job description's just been completed, and we're going to start the process of hiring for that as well. Equipment, fleet's in pretty good order. A couple of cars aren't made as well as I don't think as they used to be, so we do have some issues from time to time. We're waiting on 1 more brand new mark unit, but obviously supply chain issues are still a thing, so we're still waiting for that. Hopefully before the end of this fiscal year we'll get it, but I'm not 100% positive. We're going through the process of replacing a lot of the servers and computer equipment that actually was when we moved in. So in terms of computer, that's 8 years now we've been in that building, so that's pretty old for computer equipment. So we're in the process of that, replacing stuff. Down at the animal control facility, we had some issues because they have to store food and stuff in there, dog food, and it's a attraction for rodents. So we ended up purchasing a Connex box, which is rodent proof, airtight, so we can get that stuff out of there and take care of the problem down there. I guess some of the programming we've done, the Senior Citizens Academy, Lieutenant Chesnowski ran that over 50 Pine Street. That just finished. It was a tremendous success. Huge turnout for that. We're looking to start a Citizens Academy that we run out of the police department, but that didn't generate enough interest right now, so we're going to hold off until probably early fall after summer vacations and stuff. We do our annual drug take back. I did mention that 140 pounds of drugs were destroyed, prescription drugs were destroyed. And just as a side note, that kiosk we do have in the foyer, we regularly empty that once a week. And I mean, per year, it's hundreds of pounds of drugs we end up destroying. So it's been a big success, we think. So
How does that 140 pounds compare to years prior?
I don't have that.
Oh, you don't have that data?
No, but
no worries,
I
no
mean,
worries. No, it's not that important. I was just curious.
it's a good, I mean, 140 pounds is a lot. Is
Oh,
quite
yeah,
a bit.
absolutely. Yeah.
But I mean, we do pretty successful with that, because I mean, we've always done it.
Okay.
So I think, and we try to publicize it, so we do get a decent, you know, attendance, and people do come
When
in.
people drop off these drugs, because I have a considerable amount from my son's past
Sure.
drugs he took for his bipolar, do you just put them in a bag? Because they're all in the bottles, but he's got his name and everything on there.
We actually get that question quite a bit. So what ends up happening is I'll explain so when the kiosk fills, we just take the bags, we secure them in our evidence room, so it's under camera and lock. And when the time comes, we actually have an agreement with Wheelabrator in Millbury. So when they're in the bags, all we do is close the bags up. Nobody looks in the bags, nobody accounts for anything, we just close the bags up. We actually weigh them, just to kind of get a general idea of what we're taking in. And then we secure them, and like I said, when it's time, we go to Wheelabrator or Millbury. Two officers, usually two detectives, will bring those down, and we hand carry them all the way up to the top floor where they dump them in the incinerator.
So it doesn't have to
We
be
don't, nobody
just
ever
in a bag.
sees, they go right into,
Okay.
I've seen some people they dump them out and they put them in bags.
Yeah.
The only problem with that sometimes is it can make a mess when we try to get the thing out.
Oh.
Sometimes they'll blow apart and
Okay.
maybe pills fall in there, but, I understand completely privacy issues, but we don't ever look at anything. We just tie the bags up
Okay,
and we bring them to the incinerator that way.
I'll have to bring some down, I got a bucket.
Yep, absolutely, anytime. Anytime, it's 24 hours. We restarted the internship program with Fitchburg State University. This past semester, we had a student in their 4+1 program, which is a criminal justice program that the kids come out with education, a bachelor's or a master's degree, and they get the police academy training. So we're hoping, once civil service, the provision, we were able to get through the civil service issue we've been having, we're hoping we could potentially be recruiting from there directly and saving ourselves a good amount of time with a trained officer. So we're hoping that could be something soon. You'll be seeing probably very shortly a fundraiser for K9 Rocky, obviously to offset some of the costs and things like that. But I anticipate that'll be very successful, because I think Rocky is the star. He's the star of the GPD, so, but we know that, but he's great. He's still doing well, and Officer Willis seems to be having a great time with him, so.
Awesome.
We're gonna be running I actually put in the update third. It's actually our 4th Junior Police Academy, the 3rd week of July. It's been a huge success. We're probably up to about 25 spots this year, and we'll probably be, we don't wanna turn anybody away who wants to go, but, unfortunately, the size is a little bit of a restriction, but, it's been a huge success. We're hoping to get the same thing again, and applications will be opening up, I believe, either this week or get it today or early next week. Budgetary,
The applications, where do they?
sorry, Paul, online. There'll be a link
Okay.
online where you can click on, there's a
The city
hyperlink. So
website?
click on, no, it'll be on the PD Facebook page.
Okay.
And,
I just, if I make a little announcement about it.
okay, that'd be great, we
Yeah.
appreciate that. We obviously would love to generate some interest. Overtime is gonna be close because of staff shortages, and obviously the backfilling of shifts and contractual time off and things like that. But I think we probably should make it, it's gonna be close though. Everything else should be, every other thing should be pretty close to, or within line. But that's about it. Do you guys have any specific questions?
I have a question, but I don't know if I should be asking you with animal control, but,
I could try to help you.
where I live, the dog park is in the back. And there's a few people that are my neighbors that have dogs, and said there's been a really aggressive dog down there.
Okay.
And the owner is just as aggressive. And they're wondering, I guess, someone call the police, or I don't know all the particulars, but they're wondering, does it take a certain amount of time when you report someone like this, because it never ends? Can they be like banned from going there? Or is that an option, or it just isn't?
Well, sure, I mean, if somebody's causing a problem, and
Yeah.
obviously if we control, the city controls we can revoke somebody's ability to be there, if obviously the circumstances warrant it.
Right, okay.
Obviously, we'd like to look into it if that were the case and investigate it to make sure we're kind of on good footing for that, but yeah, that's something that certainly could happen. But I would say, let your neighbors know if there's any issues or any folks are dealing with any issues down there, certainly call us. We can send officers down to take a look at it and determine if, maybe something needs to be done right then and there, or if this is something that could be shifted to the animal control officer to look into, or something like that. Okay?
I know that's been just a few weeks, but any issues on Reagan with the change of traffic?
We've actually been making, officers have been doing radar assignments and stuff down there, because I did, some of the complaints I'd heard were speeding vehicles, things like that. We
How
have,
they speed beyond, it's beyond me, cars on both sides.
yeah, I mean, I think, and again, sometimes speed perception is a little bit, sometimes vehicles look a little bit, they're going faster than they actually are, due to the roadway conditions, and Reagan Street's definitely a little bumpy. But I actually was at the second or third day I went down, there were some folks out on the deck, and I actually stopped and talked to them, like, have you noticed anything? And the two women I spoke to seemed very pleased with it. I don't know if they were just saying that to me because I was a uniformed police officer, but they said it seems to be, the congestion isn't as bad. But we'll continue to monitor the speeds down there, and we'll address any issues, but it seems to have alleviated some of the immediate issues.
Yeah, I tend to go down there 3 to 5 times. I mean, I wouldn't typically go down, but I'm a couple streets over.
Sure.
But I go down and I see that they're adhering to the parking, which is, to the corner, which I think is great. And for the most part, I think I saw one ticket, maybe the second or third day someone parked the wrong way. But aside from that, it seems like it's been pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, obviously it's the public safety piece. We just want to make sure that there's enough, sight lines are visible. We don't want anybody trying to, sneak out from behind a car and having vehicles going both ways, if somebody were to get hit or something like that. So I think it seems to have alleviated, like, again, the bottleneck and the congestion that was going on down there.
And no issues with people coming out of the church, taking a left-hand turn.
I haven't heard of anything.
Yeah, I just that's one thing I think about. It's like,
I'm not saying that it certainly could happen.
Yeah.
But pickup, I believe, is in front now, is that?
Yes.
yeah, I'm thinking like bingo night. or
Oh,
something
yeah,
like,
that could certainly happen.
Yeah.
And if anybody does complain about, any complaints about that, we can certainly send an officer down to monitor that, and just at least advise people, just make sure you take a right.
Yeah.
Take a right,
Gotcha.
But we could also do signage.
I was thinking that's
We
what I
could
was
do
thinking.
signage at the edge of the parking lot, like maybe have the DPW make up a sign that,
Yeah.
right turn.
No
or
left turn,
something,
yeah.
So
Right
we could
turn.
certainly do that.
I also spoke at traffic commission to the DPW director, the deputy chief about Parker Street and making sure that no one's parked right on both those corners.
Right, yeah.
Because then you end up blind trying
You're
to
blind,
get out on Parker Street.
100%.
Yeah, I believe they're gonna post
They were
signs.
gonna take a look at that.
Beautiful. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Try.
Any other questions?
Thanks so much.
Oh,
Appreciate the detail.
Moving on, item 10960, an application by Brian's Bowl Away for a bowling alley license located at 123 Main Street. Chief, do you have any?
Police department has no issues or concerns.
Good standings.
I'll go to Boston Tax Office.
All right. Any questions, comments?
Yep.
Take a motion.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Motion to recommend approval of the application by Brian's Bowl Away for bowling alley license. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Sorry, motion by Councilor Stone, second by Councilor Harden. Motion carries. Item 10961, application by the Witched Wardrobe for a fortune teller's license located at 314 Central Street.
Police department has no issues or concerns.
I'll go around.
Okay, I'll make a motion to recommend for approval.
Second?
Motion by Councilor Sony, second by Councilor Harden to approve the recommend approval of the application by the Witched Wardrobe for fortune teller's license. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries.
I wonder if she knows that's gonna get approved.
Item 10962, an application by GameStop Incorporated number 3725 for license to deal in secondhand articles at 376 Timpani Boulevard.
No issues or concerns in the police department.
We're all good.
Okay. Motion, I'll make a motion to recommend for approval.
Second.
Motion to recommend approval for, by Counselor Sony, second by Counselor Harden to recommend approval for the application by GameStop. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Item 10963, an application by Gardner Coins and Cards Incorporated for a license to deal in secondhand articles at 18 Parker Street.
No issues or concerns.
All good.
Good. Motion to recommend for approval.
Second.
We have a motion by Counselor Sony, second by Counselor Harden to recommend approval of the application by Gardner Coins and Cards Incorporated. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Item 10964, an application by House Peace and Education, DBA Hopeful Boutique for license deal in secondhand articles at 29 Pleasant Street.
No issues or concerns.
They're all set.
I'll make a motion to recommend for approval.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Sony, second by Counselor Harden to recommend approval of the application by House Peace and Education. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Item 10970, an application by Eco ATM LLC for license deal in secondhand articles at 667 Tiffany Plaza inside Walmart 2115. This item has not been referred to the committee, but we can still discuss it.
There's no issues, that's just, I don't know if you're aware, that's a kiosk at, in Walmart, there's no issues or concerns with that.
Yeah, all good.
I'll make a motion to recommend for approval.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Sony, second by Counselor Harden to recommend approval of an application by Eco ATM LLC. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries. New business. Any new business? Counselor Harden?
No, just thank you for all you do.
No problem.
Tough job.
Sony?
I'll echo that, her sentiments for sure. That's all I have.
Make it three. I will take a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Counselor Sony, second by Counselor Harden to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem.